but people will never forget how you made them feel. That's exactly what a LinkedIn profile is all about. Focus on bringing your work accomplishments and career journey to life by making people feel something. Remember, no matter how you define success, it starts with your LinkedIn profile. Get ready to take advantage of the many ways to showcase your unique skills and talents by building a dynamic LinkedIn profile that represents you. Whether you're just starting out, seeking a new opportunity, or growing your career, simple updates to your LinkedIn profile can take you far. Your profile represents you as a professional, and updating it is easier than you think. Here's a couple of profile quick tips to think about before we get started. First, always write in the first-person narrative. Your career story is more authentic when it's told by you. For example, let's take a look at my profile. You can see I start my About section with my summary, saying I'm an aspiring leader who connects people to ideas so they unlock their potential and achieve the impossible. This is my leadership purpose. See how that resonates and is more authentic? That's because I'm owning my story by writing it in the first-person narrative. Don't worry, we'll give you more examples of how this shows up throughout the course. Be concise and to the point. Speak to your experience by creating short, concise paragraphs that highlight your work, expertise, and impact. Only use bullet points to emphasize key skills, accomplishments, and results. This makes it easier on readers to scan your profile quickly and get a sense for who you are and what you do. Remember, your profile isn't the same as your resume, so it shouldn't read like one. Let's dive into Sue's profile so you can see what I mean. First, we'll scroll down to her experience section. See how her experience as the owner of Happy Dry Cleaning and Tailoring is written in the first person, and it's a simple, brief paragraph. That's a great way for her to tell her story. Next, LinkedIn values their members, and this means that you're in full control of who sees what on your profile. Let's see how this is done. We're in the experience section of Sue's profile. She's simply going to click on the pencil to edit. Let's say Sue wants to update her title to Owner and Chief Kindness Officer. She can update it right here. When Sue makes edits to any existing sections, she'll look for the Share with Network toggle at the bottom. She can switch it on to share changes and updates with her network, and simply switch it off if she doesn't want edits to be shared with her community. Because Sue wants to share this change with her community, she'll switch the toggle on and click Save. This also works when it comes to Sue's profile photo. To adjust the photo visibility settings, Sue will click into the pencil at the top of her profile. Then she'll click the pencil next to her photo. She'll scroll down to where it says Visibility. Currently, Sue has her visibility settings on to show all LinkedIn members. However, she wants everybody to be able to see her wonderful profile photo, so she's going to click Public and click Select. Then she'll click Apply. Now she'll save. LinkedIn is a professional community built on the foundation of trust and integrity, so as a member, you come first. Small updates can lead to big opportunities, and it all starts with you. Use these quick tips to get started now. Are you ready? A brand is what others say about you when you aren't in the room. This quote by Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, sums up the importance of building a personal and professional brand. A personal brand is defined as the sum total of all experiences someone has with you, and is often based on the value you bring and promises you make. Think about your brand and how it will show up in your profile. How can you communicate the experience you create for others? When creating your LinkedIn profile, it's important to differentiate yourself from others who are in the same industry and hold similar roles as you. This is where building your brand comes in. A great way to do this is through stories and examples of your work. Want to showcase your creativity? Maybe you add videos, photos, or quotes that speak to your creative outlook. Excited to highlight your collaboration skills? Perhaps you seek out a recommendation from a teammate that talks about the experience they had collaborating with you on a project. However you connect people into your brand, make sure you do it in a way that's authentic to you. A simple way to get started finding your brand is by coming up with your top 3 to 5 brand characteristics. Brand characteristics are the key traits, skills, and values that define you. These can be things like trustworthy, innovative, creative, collaborative, or inspirational, to name a few. Believe me, I know that defining your brand can be a bit overwhelming, and the biggest question is always, where do I start? Remember, you don't have to create your brand alone. Others can always help you. A great place to start is by turning to your professional community and asking some key questions, such as, what words would you use to describe the work I do? You can also seek out teammates, mentors, or managers and ask, after you have a conversation with me, what are the top 3 words you would use to describe the experience I created for you? And finally, you can even ask friends, partners, or leaders, what can you count on me for? Remember to ask a diverse group of people to get a broad perspective. Answers to these questions will help you begin to uncover your brand and the experience you create for others. Then you can bring your brand into your profile and stand out in your industry. Once you create your key brand characteristics, keep your top 3 to 5 with you as you progress throughout this course. That way, you can evolve your profile and your story to differentiate yourself on LinkedIn. Imagine this. You just met Jason at an industry conference, and you both started talking about new innovations in your industry. The conversation was great, so you decide you want to add him to your professional community on LinkedIn. You go to connect with him several days later, but when you pull him up in search, you see a blank silhouette of a person next to his name and several hundred other Jasons with his same last name. How do you know which Jason to connect with? Would you feel comfortable connecting with Jason if you see he has no photo? Chances are, probably not. You aren't alone. According to LinkedIn data, people with a profile photo receive up to 9 times more connection requests than people without a photo. Think adding a photo to your LinkedIn profile doesn't have a large impact? Think again. When adding or updating your profile photo, make sure you select a high-quality photo with good lighting on a neutral background. Don't forget, adding a profile photo can lead to up to 21 times more profile views. Like color? Check out how Sean's photo on his pink background turned out. Or maybe you just want a simple headshot. Naomi can show you how it's done. Are you more creative and want a blurred cityscape effect? Take a peek at Trevin's photo. Nice, right? What do you notice about this photo? Or how about this one? Hint. These are photos that shouldn't be used as a profile photo. Remember, pets, kids, and family are really wonderful, but your profile photo should just be you, front and center. After all, LinkedIn is a professional community. Finally, remember that your profile photo doesn't have to be a professional headshot if that's not you. In fact, you can snap a photo on your mobile device or camera, upload it to LinkedIn, and polish it up using our photo filters. Let me show you how to do that with Josh's photo. First, Josh will click into the pencil at the top of his profile to edit. Then he'll simply click the pencil to edit his profile photo. He can select filters to choose the filter that best represents him. He can also adjust things like the brightness, contrast, saturation, or vignette. Then he can simply hit apply and save it. So even if you get a professional headshot or snap a do-it-yourself profile photo, just make sure you add a photo that represents you. After all, adding a photo can get you up to 36 times more messages from your community. A photo really is worth 1,000 words, so be sure to add a quality profile photo that's updated, has great lighting, and features just you. You know that all too familiar scene? Someone tries to pronounce your name and they say it incorrectly. Kind of awkward, right? Chances are you've probably had this happen to you at some point in your career, especially if you have a name that may not read as it sounds. That's why in 2020, LinkedIn launched the name pronunciation feature. This lets you create a recording of how your name is pronounced and add it right to your profile. Once it's added, others can click the recording on your profile to learn how to pronounce your name. First, it's important to note that this feature can't be added on LinkedIn's desktop app. The name pronunciation recording can only be added from LinkedIn's mobile app. Let's see how it's done. Here we are in Jahira's profile on her LinkedIn mobile app. To add her name pronunciation, she'll simply click the pencil at the top right of her profile. This will pull up her intro card, where you'll be able to see her profile photo, her first name, and her last name displayed. She'll click the plus, add name pronunciation, and a pop-up will appear, prompting her to record her name. Keep in mind, if Jahira needs extra tips, she can always click into audio recording guidelines to get them. To record her name, Jahira will simply click the blue speaker and say her name. It goes like this.
فادي البدرساوي. فادي البدرساوي. فادي البدرساوي.
Jahira Valeriha. Before Jahira finalizes her name pronunciation, keep in mind that she can always adjust visibility to determine who can listen to her name. She can simply click the I at the bottom and either select first-degree connections or all LinkedIn members. In her case, she's going to click all LinkedIn members. Finally, she'll save it all and click apply. And then she'll hit save. Now, anyone who visits Jahira's profile can click the speaker to hear how to pronounce her name. It works like this. Jahira Valeriha. Here's some key things to keep in mind when recording your name. Don't forget, update on your mobile. You won't be able to record from your desktop computer. Remember, keep your recording to 10 seconds and limit background noise. Speak slowly and pronounce your name clearly. Hold the phone 4 inches from your mouth for the best result. And don't forget, you can also listen to other members' name pronunciations by visiting their profiles when they've added a recording. Your name is a key part of who you are, so help your professional community get your name right the first time and create more moments of inclusion and belonging. Powerhouse Program Manager, Rock Your Profile Queen, Opportunity Connector. Guess what? This is an actual headline for a real profile on LinkedIn. You guessed it, it's mine. Go ahead and search me on LinkedIn, and you'll see this headline front and center underneath my name. So what is a LinkedIn headline? Your headline is the short one-liner that appears under your name within your profile. It also shows up in the home feed alongside your photo every time you post and publish content on LinkedIn. Did you know that if you don't update your headline, it will auto-default to the most recent position listed within your work experience? Your LinkedIn headline is an opportunity to represent your professional brand and differentiate yourself from others right off the bat. Your headline is often the first thing alongside your profile photo that people will see before they click into your profile. So you want to create something compelling, customized, and representative of you. Where do you begin? When creating a customized headline, you want to think about what I like to call the big three. First, what are some industry keywords that will help you get discovered by your professional community across LinkedIn? These can be things like program manager, software engineer, small business owner, or coffee barista, to name a few. Second, pinpoint exactly what you do. Are you an investor, strategy leader, or manufacturer? Maybe you started your own consulting business, you fly commercial planes, or you're a hospital doctor or nurse. Whatever it is, use your headline as an opportunity to click the short one-liner that appears under your name within your profile. It also shows up in the home feed alongside your photo every time you post and publish content on LinkedIn. Did you know that if you don't update your headline, it will auto-default to the most recent position listed within your work experience? Your LinkedIn headline is an opportunity to represent your professional brand and differentiate yourself from others right off the bat. Your headline is often the first thing alongside your profile photo that people will see before they click into your profile. So you want to create something compelling, customized, and representative of you. Where do you begin? When creating a customized headline, you want to think about what I like to call the big three. First, what are some industry keywords that will help you get discovered by your professional community across LinkedIn? These can be things like program manager, software engineer, small business owner, or coffee barista, to name a few. Second, pinpoint exactly what you do. Are you an investor, strategy leader, or manufacturer? Maybe you started your own consulting business, you fly commercial planes, or you're a hospital doctor or nurse. Whatever it is, use your headline as an opportunity to quickly highlight your role. For example, building the transportation of tomorrow if you work in a car manufacturing plant. Or maybe something like transforming patient care if you're in the medical field working as a doctor. And last but not least, highlight any skills that are unique to you or passions that you have. Are you passionate about connecting talent with opportunity? Then add that in. Do you have a side hustle as a photographer or DJ? Add that in too. Or maybe you have incredible strong leadership qualities or specific coding skills. Add those in. So if you're a recruiter who specializes in recruiting for the healthcare industry, this could show up as Dreammaker, connecting top talent to their dream jobs in healthcare. Or if you're a data center technician who has a side hustle as a photographer, maybe something like this: data center technician by day, photographer by night. Now, let's pull the big three into one final example so you can see how this shows up in a profile. Meet Jahira. She wants to customize her headline to incorporate her big three and differentiate herself from others in the same field as her. First, she'll click the edit button at the top of her profile. Next, she'll locate the section that says headline. Right now, it's auto-defaulting to her current position because she hasn't customized it. So she'll wipe that out and add in a new headline. Jahira's a rock star, and she's already put in work to brainstorm her big three. Here's what she came up with: connecting people to the world by piloting Boeing 757s. She'll fix that spelling error, and then she'll simply click save to add this to her profile. Now you can see that this shows up as the one-liner right underneath her name within her LinkedIn profile. See how she has the big three? Her industry keyword is piloting. She highlights what she does by saying connecting people to the world. And finally, she can fly Boeing 757s, a unique skill that not every pilot has. Remember, your headline is your moment to quickly call out your big three so you stand out. Believe me, I know that creating a customized headline can be tough, but you're not alone. Lean on your professional community for help. An easy way to start getting some ideas and inspiration is by searching for key leaders or influencers in your industry or company. Take a peek at their profiles and get some ideas. You can also check out the profiles of your colleagues, managers, friends, and mentors to get a broad range of inspiration. Now, you have everything at your fingertips to craft a headline that will help you stand out, differentiate your brand, and represent you. I can't wait to see what you create. Meet James. James just left the large tech company where he worked to go out on his own and start a small web design business. His new business specializes in e-commerce websites. He wants to find other LinkedIn members that are in his field and who may have started smaller companies like he did, so he can network with and learn from them. James has the ability to search LinkedIn by industry keywords, such as web design, e-commerce, graphic design, and small business. LinkedIn will pull up profiles that match James's keyword search, but this can only happen if those profiles have industry information added. James's scenario isn't uncommon. In fact, did you know that over 300,000 people search by industry each week on LinkedIn? Think adding your industry doesn't matter? Think again. Members with industry information receive up to 9 times more profile views than those without. Okay, back to James. Adding his industry is simple. He'll click the pencil at the top of his profile to edit his intro. Then he'll scroll down until he sees industry. Currently, he has internet reflected as his industry, so he's going to update that to reflect his current industry, web design. Make sure this section of your profile is updated to reflect the industry you're working in now. Adding or updating your industry will help those in your professional community find you. Now that James has found some LinkedIn members he can network with, he wants to narrow down their locations. Knowing where they're based will help him understand how he'll connect with them. Will it be in person over coffee or virtually through a call? Enter the location section of his profile. Since James is editing his industry, it's easy to update his location while he's here, since it's in the same section. James is currently living in Melbourne, Australia. However, he wants to update his location to where he'll be moving soon, to Sydney. So he'll simply update the zip code And then he'll be able to click on the drop-down in locations within this area, select Sydney, and bam, he's updated his current location. James will click save, and you'll see this reflected in the top part of his profile. Just know, even though James has updated his industry, it won't appear in the top part of his profile. That information is stored in the back end, so when people search by industry, they'll find him more easily. Little updates like this have a big impact. In fact, members with a location listed receive up to 19 times more profile views. More views means more potential opportunities to connect with the Jameses of the world. Not to mention, including the city where you're based makes you up to 23 times more likely to be found by others within your professional community. These can be members such as colleagues, alumni, managers, recruiters, and mentors, to name a few. Simply adding or updating industry and location on your profile helps create new opportunities and connections across LinkedIn. What are you waiting for? Go in and add or update your location and industry now. It can be tough finding a new job, but remember, you can turn to your LinkedIn community for support. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to help when they know you need it. Did you know that LinkedIn lets you share with your professional community that you're open to work? In fact, over 30 million members have used this open to work feature to help them find a new job. Well, LinkedIn has made it easy for you to do just that by indicating the types of jobs you're interested in and things like your preferred start date and location. Let's see how this is done with our friend James. He's searching for a full-time or contract web designer job in Australia. Here we are in James's profile. He'll click in to Add Profile section. Then he'll select Intro and click Looking for a New Job. The Add Job Preferences card will pop up, and under Job Titles, James can specify the types of jobs he's searching for. Since he's in web design, he'll add Web Designer and Graphic Web Designer to start. Next, he can scroll down to job locations, and he can add where he wants to work. For James, since he's based in Sydney and he wants to stay there, he's going to select Greater Sydney area. In addition, he's also open to remote work, so he's going to check that box as well. Now, under start date, he can specify whether he wants to start immediately or if his timeline is a little more flexible. For James, he's going to select flexible. And lastly, he can hone in on the types of jobs he's searching for. He's going to select full-time, contract jobs, and also part-time jobs. And click Looking for a New Job. The Add Job Preferences members have used this open to work feature to help them find a new job. Well, LinkedIn has made it easy for you to do just that by indicating the types of jobs you're interested in and things like your preferred start date and location. Let's see how this is done with our friend James. He's searching for a full-time or contract web designer job in Australia. Here we are in James's profile. He'll click in to Add Profile section. Then he'll select Intro and click Looking for a New Job. The Add Job Preferences card will pop up, and under Job Titles, James can specify the types of jobs he's searching for. Since he's in web design, he'll add Web Designer and Graphic Web Designer to start. Next, he can scroll down to job locations, and he can add where he wants to work. For James, since he's based in Sydney and he wants to stay there, he's going to select Greater Sydney area. In addition, he's also open to remote work, so he's going to check that box as well. Now, under start date, he can specify whether he wants to start immediately or if his timeline is a little more flexible. For James, he's going to select flexible. And lastly, he can hone in on the types of jobs he's searching for. He's going to select full-time, contract jobs, and also part-time jobs. James can also choose who sees that he's open to work. By simply clicking into the arrow here, he has two options. Selecting all LinkedIn members will automatically add the green hashtag open to work stripe on his profile photo, so others can instantly see he's open to new opportunities and help him out. If he selects share with recruiters only, it will privately share only to recruiters and won't add the hashtag open to work green photo stripe to his profile photo. In addition, James can also click Learn More About Your Privacy to see how this information gets shared. In James's case, he wants to share with all LinkedIn members, so he'll select that option. Next, he'll click Add to Profile. Now, you can see James's job preferences have been saved, and LinkedIn will automatically help him start a post to notify his network that he's open to work. For right now, James is going to opt out of this and click No Thanks. Voila! You can see James's job preferences have been saved, and the hashtag open to work green photo stripe shows in his profile photo. Simply taking this small step of adding your job preferences can help lead to new opportunities and open new doors with your LinkedIn community. Because when it comes to your career, just one person opening one door can make all the difference for you. %70 of job seekers believe a brand is what others say about you when you aren't in the room. This quote by Jeff Bezos, the CEO of 70% of job seekers believe it's important for hiring managers and recruiters to know their gender pronouns, and 72% of hiring managers agree and believe it shows respect. You can show up as your authentic self by displaying your gender pronouns in your LinkedIn profile. Let's see how it's done. Welcome to Sue's profile. To add her gender pronouns, she'll click the pencil icon on the top right, and her edit intro card will pop up. From there, she'll scroll down to pronouns and select hers from the drop-down menu. She identifies as she, her, so that's what she'll select. Keep in mind, this feature is being gradually rolled out to select regions, so if the pronoun option isn't available to you yet, don't worry. You can always click on the Learn More About Gender Pronouns to get updates. Now that Sue has selected her gender pronouns, she can set her visibility. Remember, she has full control over who sees her pronouns. So, she can select just her connections or all LinkedIn members. In this case, Sue will select all LinkedIn members and click Save. Voila! Now Sue's gender pronouns are displayed right next to her name on her profile. Remember, your LinkedIn profile tells your professional story, so add what feels right to you. This feature is optional, so if you aren't comfortable displaying your gender pronouns, there's no need to do so. Our research shows that pronouns are core to our identity, reveal how we want to be seen, and they let others know how to refer to you. Guess what? More than 9 million members have turned on Creator Mode since it launched in early 2021. So what's all the hype about? Creator Mode helps you establish thought leadership and grow your reach and influence on LinkedIn through the content you create and share. Here's what turning on Creator Mode in your LinkedIn profile lets you do. First, you can showcase your content. That means the content on your profile will be reorganized to highlight your original content. This means your featured and activity sections will appear first. You can also add topics you talk about by adding hashtags to your profile. Plus, you can add a link to the introduction section of your profile to drive traffic to your website, your content, or even an upcoming event. Creator Mode also enables you to grow your following. Once you turn on Creator Mode, your Connect button will change to a Follow button. This helps you reach a larger audience. In addition, you'll get discovered. You can become eligible to be featured as a suggested creator to follow, so potential followers can find you and your content on LinkedIn. And lastly, you'll get access. You'll have access to creator tools like LinkedIn Live and LinkedIn newsletters, and you'll get access to creator analytics so you can see how your content performs over time. Now let's take a look at how to activate Creator Mode with our friend Tariq. Here we are in Tariq's profile. He'll scroll down to Resources, and under Resources, he'll click into Creator Mode. A pop-up detailing what Creator Mode is will appear, and Tariq will simply click Next. Tariq will type in and select the topics, aka the hashtags, he posts about the most, and these are going to display at the top of his profile. Because Tariq is a chef and a business owner, he'll start at his profile. He'll scroll down to Resources, and under Resources, he'll click into Creator Mode. A pop-up detailing what Creator Mode is will appear, and Tariq will simply click Next. Tariq will type in and select the topics, aka the hashtags, he posts about the most, and these are going to display at the top of his profile. Because Tariq is a chef and a business owner, he'll start adding topics like chef life, food experience, food and beverage, entrepreneurship, and small business owner. Remember, he can display up to 5 hashtags. Tariq can also see what creator tools are available to him and click this link to learn more. Next, he'll click Done. And voila! Tariq now has Creator Mode turned on within his profile. Keep in mind, he can also follow the LinkedIn for Creators page to get product updates, insights, and inspiration to help him grow on LinkedIn. In this case, he'll simply just click back to go into his profile. Once Tariq has turned on Creator Mode, he can add a custom link to the top of his profile. Since Tariq's business has a website, he's going to add his website link here. He'll simply click into the pencil, and his edit intro card will pop up. He'll scroll all the way down and add his restaurant's website link. Next, he'll click Save. Ta-da! Now Tariq's restaurant link appears right at the top of his profile. Remember these benefits when you activate Creator Mode in your profile. Your follow button becomes the primary action on your profile. You can get access to creator tools and analytics. Your featured content and posts will be prioritized on your profile. And your profile will display the topics, aka hashtags, that you post about most. And finally, you'll be able to add a custom link to the top of your profile. Expand your reach and influence on LinkedIn with Creator Mode. You've got this.